back. Today I want to show you how I pickle Jamaican Scotch Bonnet Peppers so I can have them to use all year. First I want to show you what the ingredients are. There's the Scotch Bonnet Peppers. As you can notice, I've picked different colors so it's nice and colorful when you prepare it. And also I've got onions, carrots, I've got chocho here and pimento. And also, of course, we've got white vinegar. These will be bottled in these wide mouth bottles, as you can see I have here. So I'm going to start to prepare this and I'll show you how to prepare it and how to get the whole thing ready. So I've just spent the past hour and a half preparing these 4 ingredients for pickled Scotch Bonnet Peppers. Right now we have here, there's 70 Scotch Bonnet Peppers here, but these are large peppers, so if you were making this and you got really small peppers, you might need more. We've got 4 onions, and we've got 3 carrots and 2 chochos. I'm going to show you how I cut them up. So here's how I cut each of the ingredients. So we'll take a look at the Scotch Bonnet Peppers first. I haven't touched a Scotch Bonnet Pepper since I started because I'm using this tongs to hold them. So cutting them like that. Notice I'm cutting them so I get a nice like little heart-shaped pieces or petal-shaped pieces, like flower shape, whatever you want to call them. And right, get rid of that one. Get a green one. And you notice I'm keeping all the seeds. The seeds is what, that makes it really hot. And so you definitely want to keep the seeds in there. So this is what we do. Just cut them like that. When you get to this part, if you want, you can turn it over. But don't leave the stems in there. Some people leave the stems in, but I don't like to do that. So there you go. So this is the way now I cut the onions. So I cut the onions in circles like that. And the thing to know about making this pickled Scotch Bonnet Pepper is that you don't want to do it in a hurry. This is something you do when you have time. It's a special thing. It's like painting a picture. You want to make sure it's really nice. I mean, when you really think about it, you can actually just chop everything up and throw it in a bowl, and it'll taste the same. But you know what? It won't be special, and it won't look nice. So you got to put some love into it. And so this is what you do. You take your time and get them all done like this. All right, just like that. With the carrots, we want the carrots to look like this when it's done. See how pretty that is? So what we do is we just cut them like that, little grooves in them like that. What's this? Cut a little piece out like that. Just like that, right around. Take your time. Don't cut your finger. Make it look nice. Just like that. One more, let's put another little one here. Just a little one. All right, and then now you just cut them like this. See that? With the chocho, what we do with the chocho is this. We got to peel it. Well, first thing I do is take the middle out here. So I've taken each chocho and I've cut it into 4 pegs, if you like. And then I peel each one like this. And then we cut it into nice slices. Just like that. Look at that, eh? Gotta take your time. You don't just chop it up and throw it in. So there you go. So now I'll come back and show you how we bottle it. So now we're ready to bottle the ingredients. The bottles are all sterilized. We did that in the dishwasher. We have the vinegars on the stove starting to boil, and the lids are also being sterilized, and the seal are being sterilized on the stove as well in a pot full of hot water. So what we're going to do now is, first of all, start to put the ingredients in the bottle. So what we have to do is put about 1 inch of pepper in the bottom of the jars. And what I've done, I've just done 8 jars because it appears that that's about the amount of pepper we'll have. There we go. All right. Next, I'm going to put some of this carrots in. So I'll put a few. Put about 5 of them in there. 5 in that one. I'm going to put four of these allspice in. Right now, I'll put more in, but to start off, I'll do that. The reason we're doing it this way is so the thing is spread out, the ingredients are spread out in the jar. Some onions, some of these onion rings in there as well. That's the next thing. So it's a little bit better if you have small onions, but I didn't have small onions, so I'm using these large onions. You know, the small onion rings are better. I mean, I guess I could use the middle part. Now I'm going to put some more pepper in. If you find you don't have enough pepper, all you got to do is just take what you've got in one of the other jars and use it instead. So you're just simply not going to have enough jars. That's all it is. In this case, that's what it's looking like it's happening here. So I'm just going to take some of these out and move it up this jar. That's all you do. Pretty flexible. You're in charge. This is something you're totally in charge of, so you can do whatever you want. Let's get rid of these. So we're going to end up with 8. That's what's going to happen. Put a little bit more, a couple more of these in. Put 4 or so. Gotta put this pimento in. This is real stuff. The only thing we haven't put in yet is the chocho, but it's going in, don't worry. Don't panic, it's coming. There we go. So we got that done. Cut. So we've ended up with 8 balls, and the final thing we put in the chocho. And we just slip these down the side. I'll show you we do this. See how pretty that looks. Here. Side. Just like a work of art. Now that we've filled the balls with all the ingredients, what we're going to do now is add the hot vinegar and seal the balls. So this has been boiling. And remember now, this is hot. Don't get your hands in it. Just do it like I'm doing. Fill it all up. Now, one of the reasons you need really hot vinegar too, not only the fact that it should be hot, is that it will allow the bottles to seal. If it was cold, it would never seal. So there, I filled it all up almost to the top. As you can see, almost to the top. It's going to be delicious when you get around to using it. And I'm going to seal a couple so you can see. Now these things have been sterilized, so you don't want to get your hands on them. See? And then we'll just put these covers on. Cover these up like that. These are pretty hot, but I turn them a little like that, tight, not very tight. And you'll just leave those. Sooner or later, you'll hear the top pop in. If it doesn't pop in, then it means it hasn't sealed. Ta-da! So now we have 8 balls of pickled Scotch Bonnet Pepper. They're pretty hot right now, and that's because they've just been bottled. In a minute, you'll start hearing the top pop in, and that's when they'll be sealing. They'll seal on their own. And you can put these things away for a year. Once you open them, I would keep it in the fridge. What I do with these, I use them in just about everything that I cook that I want to spice up. They're beautiful in fish, and if you don't have a fresh Scotch Bonnet pepper to use, you can always use this. Sometimes all you really need is a piece of the chocho. That's enough for a plate of something you're eating that you want to spice up. Maybe just take out a couple of rings of those onions, or a piece of the carrots, and that's all you might need sometimes to spice up whatever you're eating. I give these as presents, as gifts to family members. My son, one of my sons loved this, and he'll probably take the whole thing if I let him. And I give them to friends as gifts as well. Remember, also, just the vinegar alone is fabulous. Because we've put a lot of the seeds, the pepper seeds in there, that vinegar gets very hot. And often you just need to take the vinegar to spice up whatever you need. So I hope you'll make it, and I'm sure you're going to love it if you like Scotch Bonnet Pepper, which is really the most flavorful hot pepper there is. I hope you'll try it, and I hope you like the recipe and enjoy. Thanks for watching.